Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right, play the game, win it life, have no shame, there's no time, feel the pain, live the grind, I could change, in my mind, pick a lane, commit and climb, the only way to win it life. I never miss, that's fact, taking big swings, bitch, hand me the bat, put me in the ring, you'll go out in a bag, cause I sing what I mean and I bring it to the mad light. Ain't got time to kill, I got time to feel, I took the red pill, I know life's short so I wanna live real, but how's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel? They wanna say my name, but they holding back. They wanna say they hate, but they know it's cap. I ain't play no games, I just do that's fact. And I don't feel no shame, it's a mood you lack. I go crazy, nah bitch I ain't lazy. Track after track, I work on the shit daily. Pass me the jack, right as fuel, got me hazy. About to unpack all these things I've been chasing. I've got visions in my head, like memories after death. To be a legend instead of something you can forget. I'm living up every breath, I'd rather lead than be led. I'll fill the seats as I spread with every word that I've said. How's it supposed to feel? How's it supposed to feel?
Hey guys, how you going? I can't see. I got my hair in my way. Okay. How you going, guys? Alex, how you going? Deb, how you going? Out to lunch, how you going? Who else we got in here? We got Zal, how you going? Deb, Jay, how you going? Is that it? Out to lunch. MJ, how you going? D-Lee, how you going? Menacing Muskrat, how you going? J1, how you going? Good to see you guys. Okay. Oh, your job went, did it? You found something better. Find out Monday. Ooh, nice one, Alex. You love my background, Menacing Muskrat? Yes, I like my background too, actually. I've got 3 Australian flags behind me and then 2 American flags. I've got another American flag, but I can't put it up. There's no room. Hey, Flyby Stu, how you doing? Okay, let's get into some news because there is some news. Hang on a sec, I've got to update it before I show you. Okay, let's go. Okay, Val said, this is the next Deputy Prime Minister of Canada. What are your thoughts about him? Did they pick someone up off the street? A homeless person, maybe? I don't know. Do you know who this person is? I have no idea. Okay. Well, interesting choice, I must say. Oz Integrity said if Anthony Albanese were genuinely concerned about tariffs, he should explain why premium Australian beef is sold in Japan for a quarter of the cost to consumers than we can buy it here in Australia. Why? And they have to ship it there. So why do we have to pay 4 times as much for our own beef as Japan has to? I would love to know. Laura Loomer said exclusive and international. This is a good big one. Oof. Now take everything with a grain of salt here. Everyone mentioned here is innocent until proven guilty in a court of law, and everything is theory until proven absolute fact. Laura Loomer said, exclusive in an international investigation with my contacts on the ground in Cape Town, South Africa, I have captured exclusive photos of Hunter Biden this morning with his Secret Service detail, proving that he fled the country right after he was served a deposition notice in his failed laptop lawsuit on 28th of February. I exclusively reported this over a week ago and the media ignored it and doubted my claims that Hunter Biden was still getting US Secret Service protection since Joe Biden is no longer in the White House as president. So I decided to take my investigation international and matters into my own hands to prove the media and detractors wrong and expose this egregious waste and abuse of US taxpayer funds. I can also exclusively confirm the US Secret Service is being forced to protect Hunter Biden, his second wife Melissa Cohen, and their child Beau as they shop at high-end stores and live in an oceanside villa in Cape Town for the next 6 weeks to 3 months. On 3/5/25, which is the 5th of March, just 9 days ago, Hunter Biden signed a declaration that he and his lawyers submitted to the federal court in Los Angeles, California, under oath with penalty of perjury, in which he said he is broke and millions of dollars in debt. Now, despite claiming poverty, Hunter is living the high life in one of the most expensive neighborhoods on the continent of Africa, all while being protected by the US Secret Service. I can confirm via my on-the-ground investigation that the US Secret Service is working with the US ambassador in Pretoria, South Africa, to provide US taxpayer-funded protection for Hunter Biden and his wife during their entire time in South Africa. And his Secret Service detail includes 12 agents per day. 4 agents to work to protect Hunter and his wife every 8 hours in 3 shifts, for a total of 12 Secret Service agents every day on US taxpayer dime. Here's a couple of photos my contacts and I captured of Hunter Biden with one of his Secret Service agents this morning in Cape Town, South Africa. Hunter's wife was out shopping at high-end stores when these photos were taken today. You can even see the timestamp on our photos below and the South African license plates proving these photos were taken today in Cape Town, South Africa. More to come. Follow me for this continual international investigation and expose of how your US taxpayer dollars are being used to protect Hunter Biden during his luxury vacation. Let's have a little look, shall we? Timestamp 14 of March 2025, 4:35 p.m. Okay, there he is. And yep, there's a South African number plates. This is his testimony saying he's broke. Okay, and he declares under penalty of perjury under the laws of the state of California, and he signed it, allegedly. Okay. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I'd be fuming my money's paying. Oh, look, I'm fuming at what our tax dollars in Australia are paying for. Insane. Salty Texan said, hey, AOC, how did you pay taxes for your illegal alien staffer? I don't know if I read this or not, but I think it was down where I didn't get to one day, so I'll put it back in here. Did you know he was using a stolen social security number or nah? Robbie Starbucks said, this should be a massive story. She was reportedly paying him $80,000 a year. How was she paying taxes for him if he's illegal? Was she knowingly allowing him to use a fake social security number? The DOJ must investigate this. Libs of TikTok said, did you know AOC's campaign deputy communication director was an illegal? He has now self-deported from the US to Colombia. Why was he a sitting member of Congress? Why was a sitting member of Congress employing an illegal? No wonder she was worried when she contacted, was it Pam Bondi, and said, am I under investigation? Okay. Kira Connolly said this is what you're dealing with in the UN. Okay, you ready for this one? These were all found this morning, mind you. I've been a busy little bee this morning. What a headline. How can there be justice when the core of justice is corrupt? Not alone that when caught and arrested for wrongdoing, she said she had diplomatic immunity due to her status. A UN judge and also a High Court judge in Uganda. Are these the type of people we want in the EU or overseeing corrupt countries? UN judge guilty of forcing woman to work as slave. A United Nations judge has been convicted of forcing a young woman to work as a slave. Prosecutors said Lydia Mugambe took advantage of her status over her victim by preventing her from holding down steady employment while forcing her to work as her maid and provide childcare for free. The 49-year-old, who's also a High Court judge in Uganda, corrupt much, was found guilty of conspiring to facilitate the commission of a breach of UK immigration law, facilitating travel with a view to exploitation, forcing someone to work, and conspiracy to intimidate a witness. She will be sentenced at Oxford Crown Court on May the 2nd. In footage released by Thames Valley Police, Mugambe appeared shocked when an officer said he was arresting her under the Modern Slavery Act. She then had a conversation with the officer in which she said, "I'm a judge in my country. I even have immunity. I am not a criminal." Asked to reaffirm that she had immunity, Mugambe, oh my God, told the officer, "Yes, I have a diplomatic passport." The conversation ended with the defendant saying, "I came here as a student. I don't need anyone to work for me. I didn't come with her," she asked me, "because she has worked at my home before," she asked me. Gasps were heard from the public gallery as the verdicts were given and the court was cleared as the defendant appeared unwell. Carolyn Carolyn here, KC, prosecuting told jurors during the trial, Lydia Mugambe has exploited and abused her alleged victim, taking advantage of her lack of understanding of her rights to properly paid employment and deceiving her as to the purpose of her coming to the UK. She alleged Mugambe, who was studying for a law PhD at the University of Oxford, had conspired with Ugandan Deputy High Commissioner John Leonard Mgowa to arrange for the young woman to come to the UK. Sorry, I'm just about to laugh at my pronunciation of these names. I'm so sorry. Prosecutors said the pair participated in a very dishonest trade-off in which Mr. Mgowa arranged for the Ugandan High Commission to sponsor the woman's entrance into the UK. In exchange, Mugambe would attempt to speak to a judge who was in charge of legal action. Sorry, guys. Mr. Mgowa, oh my God, every time I say it, it changes, was named in, jurors heard. She was also found guilty of conspiring to intimidate the woman to withdraw her support for the prosecution and to have the charges against her drop, diplomatic immunity. I'm not laughing at the subject, believe me. Mugambe's trial heard she had the intention of obtaining someone to make her life easier and at the least possible cost to herself. She denied forcing the young Ugandan woman to do household chores and said she always treated her with love. What's happening? Stripe doesn't come up on screen. That's StreamYard's. Stripe doesn't pop up on screen. Out to lunch. Sorry. It's the other one. Okay, she denied forcing the young woman to do household chores and said she always treated her with love, care and patience. The young woman Mugambe tricked into coming to the UK, who cannot be named for legal reasons, told the court previously she felt lonely and stuck after her working hours were limited. According to her UN profile page, Mugambe was appointed to the body's judicial roster in May 2023, 3 months after police were called to her address in Oxfordshire. Thames Valley Police, the Commissioner for Oxfordshire, CH Supt Ben Clark, said Lydia Mugambe is an extremely qualified lawyer, a Ugandan High Court judge, and a UN Criminal Tribunal judge. After the offences had been reported to the police, Mugambe tried to evade justice by repeatedly claiming she had diplomatic immunity due to her status. After the offences had been reported to the police, Mugambe tried to evade justice. Read that. Any immunity Mugambe may have enjoyed as a UN judge has been waived by the Office of the United Nations Secretary General. So this lady, who is a UN judge, a Ugandan High Court judge, and and a qualified lawyer. Okay. Okay, you tried the other, it wouldn't work for you. Oh, I don't know, out to lunch. I don't know how to do that. What's my phone doing? It's going off its brain. Hang on a sec, guys. How you going, Alex? Okay, I'll check it in a sec. I just don't want to put it on the screen because it'll show the email address. I'll check it, actually. Yeah, I'll check it now. Okay. Yeah, no, that doesn't come up on the screen. The Streamlabs link does, but not the Stripe. Yep. Okay, thank you. Bye. Oh, God, love you, Alex. Alex just rang me to let me know that Out to Lunch had... Hang on one sec, guys. I'm just going to put on the camera for a sec. Out to Lunch has apparently left a Stripe. And now I've got to log in. So that's why I took it off the screen. I don't want to show anyone's... because it does show email addresses and stuff like that. I don't want to show any of that on the screen. Oh, God, love you, Out to Lunch. Thank you very much. You're a legend, mate. You are a legend. God love you. Okay, let's go back to the screen. You tried the other one. It wouldn't work for you. I don't know how to make that work if it doesn't work. Because I have trouble even on YouTube trying to... If I wanted to, like, give someone, say, $5, right? It's pretty sad, really. But anyway, if I did want to donate $5 to someone, I can't always do it. YouTube just doesn't let you, and I can't get into it. So there you go. But thank you, Out to Lunch. I appreciate that. Paula Zipula. I'm having trouble today, guys. President Trump just clapped back at the European Union tariffing US whiskey. The EU, like Canada, can't win any trade competition with the US. This is posturing, but it does serve as a reminder that the US does need to defund NATO and the UN. These entities don't help the US. Donald Trump said the European Union, one of the most hostile and abusive taxing and tariffing authorities in the world, which was formed for the sole purpose of taking advantage of the United States, has just put a nasty 50% tariff on whiskey. If this tariff is not removed immediately, the US will shortly place a 200% tariff on all wines, champagnes, and alcoholic products coming out of France and other EU-represented countries. This will be great for the wine and champagne business of the US. Here come the tariff wars. Oh, my goodness. Okay, American Warrior for Christ said the United Nations is world communism. Get the US out of the UN and the UN out of the US. Defund the UN. Send them all home, as well as all the savages they send here, starting with the Palestinians. Let them all hate us for freedom back home. Yeah, how about it? How about Australia gets them all? Is there any point? Oh, dear God. Okay, Amuse said irony. Columbia University's distinguished 2017 human rights fellow, this is the same judge, convicted of human trafficking and slavery in the UK. There you go. Pelosi, okay. Spitfire said Pelosi's calling for Democrats to defy Schumer and vote no on the CR. Trouble in paradise, because apparently Schumer has voted yes. Okay, Pelosi's statement on the government funding bill in the Senate. San Francisco Speaker, Emerita Nancy Pelosi. Is her name Emerita? Okay, Nancy Pelosi issued the following statement on the government funding bill under consideration in the Senate. Donald Trump and Elon Musk have offered the Congress a false choice between a government shutdown or a blank check that makes a devastating assault on the well-being of working families across America. Let's be clear, neither is a good option for the American people, but this false choice that some are buying instead of fighting is unacceptable. I salute leader Hakeem Jeffries for his courageous rejection of this false choice, and I'm proud of my colleagues. Hang on, I should be trying to talk like this. And I'm proud of my colleagues in the House Democratic Caucus for their overwhelming vote against this bill. Not only can I not talk drunk, but I can't. My American accent's not very good. Democratic senators should listen to the women. Appropriations leader Rosa DeLauro and Patty Murray have eloquently presented the case that we must have a better choice. A 4-week funding extension to keep government open and negotiate a bipartisan agreement. Oh, so they want the previous agreement to continue when Trump's written up a new one. Have I got that right? America has experienced a Trump shutdown before, but this damaging legislation only makes matters worse. Democrats must not buy into this false choice. We must fight back for a better way. Listen to the women for the people. No, thank you very much. We've got a lot of women in our parliament. It's not doing real well, mate. Seriously. That it just so happens that they picked all the leftist loony Karens. But hey, that's who our bureaucrats are, okay? Amish dude said, one barn, one day. Only the Amish do this. They do it because they are a community, and they work as a community, and they help each other, and not what we have these days, okay? Not suburbs that we have, of cities that we have, where nobody knows each other, and nobody helps each other, because that's how it's getting. I love the Amish people, actually. I'd love to be Amish. Can the Amish adopt me? Okay, I'll go to the Amish. Johnny Midnight said, since Chuck Schumer is trending, here he is just casually admitting to setting up Donald Trump. It'd be a shame if everybody saw this. Okay, let's have a listen.
Down the first time. And Nancy said something to him about he didn't understand about women. So, what?
Chuck was masterful.
Well,
he was masterful.
She set him up so I could go in.
Chuck was masturbating. He wasn't masterful.
For the kill.
No, but he was masterful. He's talking to him about the government shutdown and about immigrants and the rest. And he says, I'll take ownership of the shutdown.
Said, so, Mr. President, will you own the shutdown? Yes, I will. And that was, oh, thank you very much.
There are a series of moments that you saw firsthand. There's the clap, there's tearing up the speech.
The clap.
And then there is the famous picture. It's the meeting in the cabinet room where you stood up and confronted. Looking back at those moments, what was going through your mind?
He said he doesn't stand a chance. Down the first time.
Wow. Okay. So it's him and Nancy trying to set up Trump, right? Anyway, he voted for Trump's CR. Kirk, oh my God. Lubimov. Breaking, Donald Trump releases his tariff increase plan on Canada. Whoops, it's actually how much in carbon taxes the Liberals are planning to increase on the Canadian economy. How dare he get in the way of Canada destroying our own economy. Proposed change to the federal carbon tax in Canada. There you go. Just keeps going up. Oh, I don't know. Wall Street Ape said Kash Patel confirms Judge Juan Merchant should have never been assigned to Donald Trump's case. Kash Patel said, I'm calling for the subpoenas to be issued to Judge Merchant's daughter's company, who made $15 million plus from the illicit information pouring out of her father's courtroom. I want to know the bank records because money doesn't lie. I want to know how deep it is and how much of it went to the family and how much of it is going to the family after this false conviction. Then we need to investigate the FEC actual violations that this judge and his family conducted. Judge Juan Merchant should never have been overseeing this trial to begin with because of the illicit campaign money that was flowing through there, and the unconstitutional due process violations are only the beginning. That's not all. Here's more reasons why he should have never been assigned Donald Trump's case from the older millennium. For these types of cases, the way it's supposed to work is that there is a panel of 24 judges, and they are all put in rotation and randomly assigned these types of cases. Judge Merchant is not on that panel. But that's because he's not a judge, he's an acting judge. The only way he could have caught this case was to be specifically assigned to it. There was no chance of him being randomly selected. The wild thing is that according to the left and the Department of Justice, Judge Merchant was not only randomly selected to be judge in this trial, but he was also randomly selected to be the judge in the Trump Organization case. And he was randomly selected to be the judge in the Steve Bannon case. So Judge Merchant, a judge that is not in the pool of 24 judges that are supposed to catch these cases, a judge that is not an actual judge, but an acting judge, caught all 3 Trump cases randomly. This is a judge who gives heavily to an organisation very plainly named Stop Trump, and a judge whose daughter makes tens of millions of dollars every year promoting Democrats. Insane corruption. Wow. There you go. The Glockford Files said Mike Benz exposes the fact that every past president, with the exception of Donald Trump, has ties to US aid. We have been getting fleeced for decades, and it started at the top with Democrats and rhino presidents, which is Republican in name only, okay? They say they're Republican, but really they act like Democrats in disguise. So there you go. Hang on a sec. What's this one? How long does this go for? Okay, about a minute. Check my volume. Trying to get it right, guys. Sorry.
Wow, I gotta go. This is amazing. I need to have you back on really soon, Mike. But really quickly, if you can tell me in 15 or 20 seconds, has every past president for the last 20 years known about this corruption with USAID and just chose not to do anything about it?
Well, most of them are on the take. Joe Biden was the head of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, which directly oversees USAID. USAID was funding Burisma. USAID gave money to Burisma and had a formal partnership agreement with Burisma. Barack Obama's mother worked for USAID. The Bush family runs right through it. Bush's, Vice President Dick Cheney, Liz Cheney worked for USAID. They're all in on it. And this is the reason that the Trump revolution was so revolutionary. It's because it defeated both sides of the USAID snake. And now we're going to see just exactly how the snake bites back when it's cornered.
There you go. We're about to see the snake bite back. Get ready, guys. I hope it's a fizzler, like the cyclone was. Mega Voice said, holy shit. Donald Trump brutally calls out the corrupt DOJ and the phony 51 intelligence agents who lied about and created the Russia hoax. Every agent that lied should be thrown in prison. Make America safe again. Now I'm going to have to turn this one down.
You remember the 51 intelligence agents that said, as an example, that Hunter Biden's laptop from hell came from Russia when they knew it came right from his bedroom. They knew that. It was a big lie, and they knew it so well. They spied on my campaign, launched one hoax and disinformation operation after another, broke the law on a colossal scale, persecuted my family, staff, and supporters, raided my home, Mar-a-Lago, and did everything within their power to prevent me from becoming the President of the United States. With the help of radical...
Yep. Inevitable West said, breaking, it's happening. Donald Trump set to implement travel ban on Muslim nations such as Afghanistan, Syria, and Pakistan. Trump is protecting America from jihad. If you don't know history, they've done this before, by the way. The Lecton guy said more conservative, tried to spread jihad all over the world, or Muslims, have tried to spread their religion all over the world. The Lecton guy said more conservative influencers has been swatted this week than Epstein clients. Yeah, let's have a listen. We've got an update on that too. Stu Peters said, what about the Epstein files release and mass deportations? We're not just going to forget about it. But Donald Trump said, congratulations to Chuck Schumer for doing the right thing. Took guts and courage. The big tax cuts, LA, fire fix, debt ceiling bill, and so much more is coming. We should all work together on that very dangerous situation A non-pass would be a country destroyer. Approval will lead us to new heights. Again, really good and smart move by Senator Schumer. This could lead to something big for the USA, a whole new direction and beginning, DJT. And I believe that's because what the Democrats wanted to do was keep the continuing resolution going, the continuing one. And I believe Trump is taking it away from them now and doing things they don't want him to do. Epstein Sheet said, why does Chuck Schumer's wife look like Austin Powers, and why does everyone pretend they haven't noticed? One day I'm going to make this young man my wife. Oh, wow. Oh, he does, doesn't he? He looks like Austin Powers. Oh, dear. Why? Okay, DC Drano said Rep Luna just filed a law that would put federal agents in prison for 20-plus years if they destroy evidence. There are corrupt agents in the FBI and DOJ who've been caught destroying evidence of Epstein's sex trafficking to elites. Now they're being hunted down. Anna Paulina Luna said feds accused of destroying Epstein evidence put on notice by GOP firebrand Rep Anna Paulina Luna wants federal agents caught destroying or concealing government documents to be eligible for a life sentence in prison. And they should. Okay, I was searching Epstein again. I do it every day, right? Epstein Sheet said begged. Sounds like Fort Knox is empty. US Homeland said, update, US Treasury officials privately begged President Trump not to visit Fort Knox or to allow Elon to conduct an audit on the billions in gold they claim is stored there. Is the vault empty? That was on the 13th of March. Interesting. Let's see. Okay, Shadow of Ezra, 2 hours ago. Attorney General Pam Bondi just dropped a major update on the Epstein files, revealing that a truckload of evidence has been received. Didn't that happen 2 weeks ago? She says Kash Patel will set a deadline for reviewing it and promises to release as much as possible, as quickly as possible. So is Kash Patel now setting the... Was Kash the one holding it up? Meanwhile, she said they're also digging into the JFK files, but warns the deep state is hiding documents, slowing down the process. Okay. We'll see. Can't wait to see it. Can you? I can't wait to see it. Nick Buckley, MBE, said English YouTuber arrested and now faces 3 years in jail for jokes, irony and criticising the government. Keir Starmer says we have free speech. Everyone else knows we do not. I believe it's this guy. Okay. James Melville said Keir Starmer is a Davos man. He's gone on record saying that he prefers being at Davos to Westminster. A Prime Minister should be more concerned with serving the people rather than being enthralled to unelected technocrats and boasting about meeting BlackRock and Bill Gates. Yeah, I think you should be more concerned about your own country, mate. Oh, listen to this bullshit. Oh, seriously. Russia's already menacing our skies, our water, our streets. Sorry, what, Keir Starmer? In what way are Russia menacing our skies and waters and streets? No, I think you've got the Russians mixed up with the Muslims, maybe. That's what I'm thinking. Because I don't think the Russians are in your streets, mate. But let's have a listen to this delusional retard.
But we know some basics. Putin's appetite for conflict and for chaos is already there, and it will only grow. And Russia is already menacing our skies, our waters, our streets, and our national security. And that's why I believe the fundamental task of politics right now is to take the tough decisions on security. But we know some basics. Putin...
Does he live in Ukraine or Russia? I don't know. That's very weird, mate. Very, very weird. I think he's just banging on those war drums as hard as he can. Okay, we go another one. Paul A. Zipula said AOC's brain completely short circuits when she's asked about Chuck Schumer saying a shutdown would have been worse than accepting the CR. Then she pushes the lie that Trump's tax cut only benefits billionaires. The Hill debunked that hoax. Middle-income filers benefit the most. Are you ready for this one? Okay.
The point that Senator Schumer has kind of made is, you know, the CR is bad, but a shutdown is worse. So how do you respond to that point?
That is, I cannot understate, I mean, I cannot underscore enough how incorrect that is. Because what this does, what voting for this CR does, is that it codifies the chaos and the reckless cuts that Elon Musk has been pursuing. The robbing of our federal government in order to finance tax cuts for billionaires is what is happening, and that is what Senate Democrats will be empowering if they vote for the CR.
The point that Senator Schumer has kind of made is, you know...
I don't want to hear her again, no. Okay, pure mythology. Income data published by the IRS clearly show that, on average, all income brackets benefited substantially from the Republicans' tax reform law, with the biggest beneficiaries being working and middle-income filers, not the top 1%, as so many Democrats have argued. Okay? Just so you know. Okay, she's a nut job, man. Seriously. Nick Sautor said, laugh my ass off. Chuck Schumer just called MAGA bastards after we forced him to take another loss in the Senate with the CR. Chucky's melting down over all Trump's winning. It's much, much better not to be in the middle of a shutdown, which would divert people from the number one issue we have against these bastards. They're ruining democracy. Okay, let's have a listen.
To have the conflict on the best ground we have summed up in a sentence that they're making the middle class pay for tax cuts for billionaires, it's much, much better not to be in the middle of a shutdown, which to divert people from the number one issue we have against these bastards, these people, which is not only all these cuts, but they're ruining democracy. To have the conflict on...
He looked out. He looked sideways, and I'm sure someone was going, why am I so dark? Why is it so dark? Okay. I'm very dark today. Dark Hev. Okay. Okay, Wesley Hunt said a humiliated Chuck Schumer backs down after watching clips of himself flip-flopping on government shutdowns for 24 hours straight. And I'm pretty sure that's like satire. Let's see. What's this?
Republican rejection leads us to a decision. And it's not really a decision. It's a Hobson's choice. Either proceed with the bill before us or risk Donald Trump throwing America into the chaos of a shutdown. This, in my view, is no choice at all. While the CR bill is very bad, the potential for a shutdown has consequences for America that are much, much worse. For sure, the Republican bill is a terrible option. It is not a clean CR. It is deeply partisan. It doesn't address far too many of this country's needs. But I believe allowing Donald Trump to take even much more power via a government shutdown is a far worse option. And before I explain why, let me be clear about one thing. No one on my side of the aisle wants a government shutdown. Members who support this CR do not want a government shutdown. Members who oppose this CR do not want a government shutdown.
There you go. No one wants a government shutdown. Okay, I'm still in my bookmarks. Oh, yep, I am. Dan said the left lost everything. They're trying to incite a civil war. This is the last death spasm of their evil movement, as right-wingers has been squatted again. Left terror escalating with Chris Elston. There you go. Okay, people are getting swatted all over the place. All right-wing, mind you, not the left wing, just the right wing. Gareth Davis said the UK is finished. We have millions of white families dependent on welfare and millions of immigrant families from the third world living as they did in their homelands. The country looks very different from 40 years ago when it was booming. Civil war. I don't call for civil war. They think it's coming. I don't know. Okay? Chicago One Ray said this is the type of rhetoric that needs to be stopped. Maxine Waters says she believes Trump wants a civil war. Outrageous. Do you want Speaker Johnson to remove her from the committee she's currently on? He's tagged. Let him know. This ends now. Okay, I better turn this down a little bit. I don't want Maxine Waters screaming at me.
What does Trump expect? Oh, I believe he expects violence. I believe he expects confrontation. I believe he's working toward a civil war. What does Trump expect?
There you go. She thinks he wants a civil war. No, I think you've got confused with your self-love. That's the Democrats. Is it Toon Dog or Coon? I don't know. Wow. Bookmark this post. Bombard these demons posts when they try to blame Republicans for a shutdown. Pamsy now said, whoops, Dems forgot about the videos that exist. You all own this shutdown now. You just can't help yourselves. Democrats just announced they will shut down the government.
Republicans are marching America to a painful government shutdown. But we need traditional Republicans to break with MAGA extremists so we can keep the government open.
Republican shutdown will cost 6,306 of her constituents their paychecks.
Put the bill on the floor for an up or down vote so we can end this MAGA Republican nightmare. And if you don't, you own this government shutdown.
And we could put the threat of a shutdown behind us. Our agreement would keep the government open, provide emergency aid for communities battered by hurricanes and other natural disasters.
It's about the harm that House Republicans will do to the American people if the government shuts down.
One Democrat said to me they feel like they have a mandate from their constituents to shut down the government.
There are some raising the possibility of shutting down the government in March.
We will use whatever power we have, and fundamentally, we're not going to vote for something that undermines the American people.
To withhold votes, do Democrats have the stomach?
I certainly hope so. I know that I'm not going to vote for their proposal for sure.
Are you prepared to shut down the government, to join Democratic colleagues who want to stand in the way of keeping the government open?
Well, there are simply trying
yes?
So yes, look, if we have to take steps.
14 days from now.
They just don't want Trump to have his way. J1 says shutdown gives Trump all the power, lol. Well, it's not now because Chuck Schumer just voted for it, so I believe it passed. 1984 said the Bible is anti-Semitic. Let me guess, Jews want to edit out parts that say that they are part of their father, the devil, and the verse that calls them the synagogue of Satan? It won't make a difference. Does the Bible actually say that? Oh, yeah, it does say those who call themselves Jews who are not. It won't make a difference. We don't need the Bible to tell us that some people are demons. We have eyes. Jewish leaders calls for new editions of the Bible and the Quran to carry trigger warnings highlighting anti-Semitic passages. Why? Silence, see? Murray said, why are the Supreme Court candidates in Wisconsin defending their decisions to hand out light sentences on convicted pedos? These people are demons. Listen to this garbage.
In 2020, you did sentence a child sex offender to 4 years in prison after prosecutors requested 10. Do you regret that sentence?
Yes, I don't regret that sentence.
In 2020, you did...
See, she doesn't regret it. This is unbelievable. Colin Rugg said new American Airlines passenger starts throwing punches at flight attendants after claiming he was followed by demons onto the flight. The man, Magina Augustin, swallowed rosary beads during the incident to use as a weapon of strength in spiritual warfare. He claimed he was going to Haiti to flee religious attacks of a spiritual nature. The flight had left from Savannah, Georgia, and was heading to Miami, Florida, but was forced to return to Savannah. The man's sister says the outburst was justified because he hurt anyone because he hurts evil. The sister said the evil spirits had followed them onto the plane and they were worried about them making it to Haiti. Are you sure he wasn't trying to get some drugs over there? And it burst inside? I don't know.
This Savannah flight bound for Miami hit turbulence just moments after takeoff, and we're not talking about the skies.
Myself and my friend were talking, we're like, we could have to take this guy down.
Started violently shaking and screaming moments after takeoff. Rosenberg says the crew and passengers initially thought Augustin was having a seizure.
He started stomping his feet violently, like heavily, and screaming. It was kind of a chant. He was talking about devils and possession, and it was like, you have to kind of see it to believe it. Destroyed this other man's seat. Like, he kicked it and punched it and just buckled the seat completely over. He just charged the front doors of the plane, like swinging wildly.
That's when Rosenberg, his friend, and another man took Augustin down. Rosenberg says Augustin swallowed rosary beads while on the ground and was gripping onto his sister during the takedown.
She had a bun in her hair, and he grabbed a hold of her bun in her hair, and he grabbed hold of her pants and wouldn't let her go. So they tased him once, twice, 3 times. He still didn't let go. At that point, they had to cut the woman's hair to make him let go.
Rosenberg says Augustin was arrested while his sister sang what sounded like hymns.
They were possessed. That was a very, very, very disturbing scene. I've seen a lot of stuff in my life. That was probably the most disturbing thing I've ever seen.
Wow. Okay, that's all I've got to say about that is, wow. I think he might have been on drugs. What do you think? Just trying to traffic drugs over and some burst, and it, spazzed out. I don't know. Update News said breaking news. The far-left NGO Concern Worldwide states that due to US aid cuts, they will be prevented from helping migrants from third world countries settle in Ireland. I think I've read that before. I've got deja vu. Concern Worldwide announces massive layoffs in Dublin and abroad amid cuts to international aid. Well, let's hope they can't do it to Australia anymore too. DOQ said reread Executive Order 13818, then think about this. Executive 13818 frames widespread human rights abuses and corruption originating outside the US as an unusual and extraordinary threat to national security, foreign policy, and the economy. The United States is defined as 50 states. Washington, D.C. is not a state. Therefore, it's outside of the US, is it not? Very interesting. So they can go and arrest everyone in Washington, D.C. as an unusual and extraordinary threat to national security, foreign policy, and the economy? I think so. Okay, Stephen said my grocery bill is $700. My electricity bill is almost $1,500 every 3 months. My rent is $1,000 a week. I don't give a fuck about climate change or Aboriginal songlines. I need to survive, mate. Seriously. Wow. Yeah, you're worse off than me. Well, I don't know. I've been looking at a job. I've got a little a job thing. I'm thinking of going for it, man. Elon Musk said that's why they call him Shutdown Schumer. Nick Sautor said breaking. Chuck Schumer has announced Democrats will be blocking the CR. No, sorry, that's old news. He's agreed with it now and voted for it. Rod D. Martin said breaking. Major political upset in Greenland as centre-right party wins election. Anti-American leftists out. Pro-business reformers in. Here's what you need to know. Trump's buying Greenland. The Democratic Party just shocked everyone with a massive victory, jumping from 9% to 30% of the vote. They're replacing the anti-American leftists who keep saying Greenland's not for sale. Let's be clear, this is a huge shift while the old guard was busy shouting no at everything American. The new leadership is talking about business and pragmatic cooperation. Trump's been crystal clear. We need Greenland for national security. He's offering billions in investment to an island with only 57,000 people, but that's bigger than the Louisiana Purchase. That means job opportunities and prosperity Denmark has not delivered. Important context, 4 out of 5 major parties want independence from Denmark. The debate isn't if, it's when. Now, a pro-business party is in the driver's seat. But Trump's plan likely includes independence, same as our deals with Micronesia, the Marshall Islands, and Palau. Oh, no idea. COFA, the Compact Free Association, is an international agreement between the United States and the Federal States of Micronesia, the Republic of Marshall Islands, the Republic of Palau. The COFA establishes a special relationship between the United States and these Pacific Island nations. Who can live and work in the United States under the COFA? Individuals from the freely associated states can be admitted to the United States as non-immigrants. All COFA citizens can live, school and work in the United States without a visa. What benefits are available to COFA migrants? COFA migrants may be eligible for advance payments of the premium tax credit and cost-sharing reductions. Trump's plan could mean massive financial aid and U.S. investment, U.S. passports and social services for Greenlanders, defence protection and employment for Greenland's impoverished youth. The truth. This isn't about buying Greenland, it's about strategic partnership and mutual benefit. And with anti-American leftists out of power, everything is now on the table. The inner media touts a poll done by Denmark, Greenland's colonial overlord, claiming 85% of Greenlanders oppose the US, but that's propaganda, as the election just showed. A different poll found almost the opposite. 57% support a deal with the US, and the younger you are, the more you support it. I did a whole video on this, and you should watch. Remember, Trump already picked my friend Ken Howry as ambassador to Denmark. Ken called Greenland an absolute necessity. Now the pieces are falling into place. And if you enjoyed this content, please like and share the Rod Martin Report. Okay, there we go. Very well done. It's more about working with countries. Like not going in and taking over, you know what I mean? Clandestine said, Trump said today he believes the US will acquire Greenland and continues to offer Canada statehood. This happened during the negotiations with Russia is not random. Russia confirmed their talks with the US were not just about the war in Ukraine, but also the relationship between the US and Russia moving forward. Trump also said today that control of Greenland and Canada is necessary for national and international security. Trump seems to believe the Arctic region will be of extreme geopolitical interest in the coming years. The Arctic could be valuable not just for defence military purposes, but in terms of managing maritime trade routes and potentially even upping direct trade with Russia after normalising relations. I'm not 100% sure what Trump is up to or what his overall objective is with the Arctic, but it's all connected with the negotiations with Russia. This is also connected to Trump's desire to take back control of the Panama Canal. Trump is positioning for control of maritime trade routes and shuffling the global economic order. Whatever Trump is up to, it's big, and my stomach's grumbling. There you go. Make up your own mind. I don't know. Do you think he's going to just take it over and, tyrannically, or do you think he wants to work with them? Okay, Rational Aussie said foreigners who own Australian property should be forced to divest it within 30 days. If they don't want to, they should be deported. There's no national interest in foreigners owning our land. This is a national security interest. If Australians don't own the land beneath their feet, they will not defend it ever during a war. Rita Panahi, the Australian left gross, I haven't seen her lately. But, I don't know. Maybe I'm just not looking. Musk is going to die this week. He's going to overdose and be found face down in the bathtub. It won't be intentional, but it'll be funny, says this leftist person. Clementine Ford. One of our, she works in a council. She's a mayor, I think. Clementine Ford. I think she's a mayor in Sydney somewhere. Am I right, guys? Someone tell me. Okay, Mario Norfall said Canada slaps back at US tariffs, takes fight to WTO. The Biden-era trade truce is officially over. Canada just launched a WTO dispute accusing the US of breaking trade rules with the new steel and aluminium tariffs. The duties, which kicked in on Wednesday, hit Canadian exports hard by ending exemptions and hiking costs. Well, maybe the Canadian government should then drop their carbon tax. Ottawa says the move violates America's own agreements under the General Agreement on Tariff and Trade. Source Routers. Canada fires back, 29.8 million tariff on US goods starting tomorrow. Canada will hit US imports with 25% tariffs on steel, aluminium and other goods, including tools, computers, water heaters and sports equipment. This is in direct response to Trump's new tariffs on Canadian steel and aluminium, which took effect March the 4th. Innovation Minister Francois Philippe Champagne. The world is reacting against these unjustified tariffs. This is not something that we like to do, but it's something that unfortunately we're being forced to do. Really? I don't know. Do you spell aluminium like that, do you? Because we have an I here somewhere. That's why we call it aluminium. We have an I right here. I don't know. Aluminum. Okay. Anyway, doesn't matter. Insurrection Barbie said people who blame everything on Israel have an agenda. People who blame everything on Russia have an agenda. People who blame everything on China have an agenda. People who blame everything on Iran have an agenda. People who don't have an agenda understand that scapegoats provide a simple, emotionally satisfying explanation for complex issues to consolidate power because, in reality, scapegoats distract the world from the real problems, which are always complex and nuanced. There you go. Okay? I know not all Israeli people are bad, and not all Russia, not all China, not all Iranian. Not all of everybody's bad. But there are bad people in everyone. War crimes was in response to Jake Shields, who said Israel buying Trump. Oh, yeah, really? If Trump was to start hating Israel like us, do you think the left Antifa BLM monster that the Jews created would still hate Israel? Or would they want to think the exact opposite of what Trump likes? If Trump likes something, these demons hate that thing. I honestly think he should keep doing what he's doing because it has both left and right hating Israel. This is very important, and if Israel has lost the left and the right, they're doomed to fail. I could be wrong, but everything seems to be going in the right direction if you ask me. The great noticing is accelerating. Okay? We're being shown. Okay? It's all exposure. Now, apparently, the notice has said Australia's left-wing Labor government is looking to deport an American woman for picking up a wombat after releasing hundreds of illegal immigrant criminals, including murderers, rapists and pedos, right? I said yesterday I don't believe she should be deported, but she should probably be fined for doing what she did, and you shouldn't do that. You should just learn before you come here that you don't just run around picking up animals and running away with them, man, away from their mothers. I don't know. I don't think I wouldn't go to America and run up to a baby animal and pick it up and run away with it, away from its mother. Knowing me, it'd be a bear, right? And the mama bear would come chasing. She's lucky it was a wombat. Okay, anyway. Real AF Patriots said a lot of people do not realise that Pam Bondi has been working in the background for Trump for quite a while. Pam runs the Justice Department, but she reports directly to President Trump. President Trump is and always has been a wartime president. He's not about to let her run the show when it comes to the penalty phase of the greatest military operation the world has ever known. The 2016 election was not just another 4-year election. Nothing has been normal ever since. We are at war in the most literal sense. Trump will greenlight Bondi when it's time, and yelling about her in the meantime is 117% pointless. Okay. Look who was on Hannity 6 years ago to discuss Russiagate, Pam Bondi. Do you believe timing is a coincidence? It was even a Q post. Stay tuned. Methods said the entire convo is very telling. SH, we learned today that those investigations have been ongoing and they're happening and they're real. SC, that's right. SH, and there's other things that are about to happen that I know you know. You know, that I know, that they know, that we all know, that I have no idea. There you go. But apparently it was a she's been working for him for years. We'll see about that. I do believe it's coming, right? Craig Kelly said the NBN has lost, Jesus, 35 billion? 600 million? The NBN is a classic example of government incompetence. This is our internet here in Australia, right? The NBN was just a political stunt to help Kevin 07 win power, Kevin Rudd, who's the ambassador to America right now, to attempt to dig up older existing suburbs and run fibre cabling to every home was madness. It should have been left to the private sector. And right now, Labor are spending another $3.8 billion to upgrade 622,000 homes at around $6,100 per premises. Meanwhile, the recommended retail cost of a Starlink satellite internet router is $5.49, with a monthly service fee similar to an NBN plan, a little bit more expensive. And Australians are going to be paying higher taxes for this disaster for decades to come. The NBN, Snowy 2.0, Net Zero, the COVID response, the subs deal, the Ponzi migration scheme. Our nation's being destroyed from within by totally incompetent people playing politics for their own personal gain. This is what the Labor Liberal duopoly have delivered. It's time to vote Libertarian or any of the small parties. The National Broadband Network has been a financial disaster for Australia, delivering among the highest costing and lowest speed internet in the world. That's why I cannot multi-stream, okay? I would if I could. It, like many of the so-called big reforms of the past 20 years, will be an economic and productivity albatross around the necks of Australians for generations to come. Earlier this year, Communications Minister Michelle Rowland announced that the Albanese government would inject a further $3 billion of taxpayer funds into the NBN to fund the upgrade of Australia's remaining national fibre-to-node network. This $3 billion would supplement $800 million of NBN Co funds to deliver access to higher internet speeds for around 622,000 additional premises by 2030. Holy shit. Spending $3.8 billion to upgrade 622,000 homes will equate to about $6,100 per premise. Meanwhile, the recommendation retail, we just read that. It defies credulity that the taxpayers would be asked to finance an expenditure 12 times the cost of an existing alternative. Yeah, but I can't get reception because there's too many trees in the way and we're not allowed to cut down the trees, even though it's high fire danger. Because I live in a not conservative. They're conserving the land, okay? So they're worried about trees more than people, okay? More likely, the underlying economics of the NBN are so bad that it requires and will continue to require, for the foreseeable future, significant taxpayer subsidies, masters capital injections. Up to 31st of December, NBN Co has received $31.1 billion of cash investment from taxpayers while accumulating lifetime losses totaling $35.6 billion. Even including the latest $3 billion taxpayer investment, NBN Co will have lost every cent and more that the Commonwealth has provided. To make this freaking lunatic win the bloody 07 election. Oh, shit, what have I done? Oh, no. Okay, guys, just give me a sec. Look, go back to the camera. I'm really dark today. No, I'm all right. I'm darker on the when I'm a little tiny thing in the corner. I'll show you the screen when I get back to where I was up to. I'll just give myself motion sickness. Oh, okay. Whoa, we can stop there. Okay, the next one. Ready? We're ready for your eyes, okay? Just prepare your eyes and your mind's eye. Okay? Aussiebot said, this one first. And then kitchen knives followed by sticks and stones. Nanny State. Jacinta Allen said we're banning machetes in Victoria to crack down on knife crime. Because machetes grow legs and go and start stabbing and cutting people all on their own. Okay? Don't worry that it's the immigrants coming here that are favouring machetes and slicing people up. Don't worry about that. No. It's the machetes' fault. Okay? They're banning machetes in Victoria to crack down on knife crime. Next, it'll be kitchen knives. Okay? You won't be allowed to have one. Okay, this one. Get ready for your mind's eye. Ready? Dr. Clown PhD said, what is this body shape called? Oh, dear Lord. I don't even know. Is that called the what was it? What's that little the Michelin Man, the Donut Man? What are they called? I don't know. It's how do you get that big, man? That's not good for you. That's oh my God. Okay. That body shape's called oh my God. Lady, you need to start moving. Holy shoot. Okay. Bro. Wow, I can't believe that. It's just, whoa. I think I'm overweight, mate. Bro said, hey, Anthony Albanese, do you think insulting the President of the United States for the last 8 years is in the spirit of friendly relations? Because that's what you and your government has done. You can't hide from these facts, mate. You are the problem. Yep. Most of Labor and Liberal have been calling Donald Trump things for the last 8 years. Or some people that call themselves Liberal. I don't know if they were, but, you know. Topher Fields said our Prime Minister is pretending to care about free trade. We don't even have free trade inside Australia. Think about it. There's a 10% tariff on you when you trade with your neighbour. Then if your neighbour makes a profit on that transaction, they owe anything up to 45% of that to the government. Then they use that money to fund an army of bureaucrats and busybody Karens who make it their business to make it harder for you to trade with your neighbour in the future. Then Albo has the gall to extol the virtues of free trade. Rank hypocrisy hiding in plain sight. Slash government spending, abolish the income tax and the GST, and then talk to me about the virtues of free trade. Until then, Albo MP, you're just a pudding brain hypocrite. I thought there was an L in there. It's not in there. I'm seeing things. Oh, my God. Alexandra Marshall said to all the people who say, but Australia's in trade surplus with America. It's not fair. Realistically, how much of Australia's national defence is taken care of by America's assumed presence? What is the price of that protection? Paying for defence in one way or another is Trump's primary focus in the West. In many ways, we're just like Europe, leaving our doors unlocked and hoping a security guard we don't pay properly will keep us safe as the thugs approach. That's exactly it. We'll just wait and see what happens if they do anything against America, right? China circling Russia's not happy with us too, Just wait, I'm telling you. You're going to understand why you need America. Okay. Speaker Mike Johnson said every House Democrat but one voted to shut down the government yesterday. Chuck Schumer has decided he needed to decide, and he did. Okay. This one, in response to Starmer out, can we please get this man as Prime Minister, Steve Smith said, Britain has a long way to go. How the British have passively succumbed to the Muslim invasion. Mayor of London, Muslim. Mayor of Birmingham, Muslim. Mayor of Leeds, Muslim. Mayor of Blackburn, Muslim. Mayor of Sheffield, Muslim. Mayor of Oxford, Muslim. Mayor of Luton, Muslim. Mayor of Oldham, Muslim. Mayor of Rochdale, Muslim. All the following achieved by just 4 million Muslims out of the 66 million population. Over 3,000 Muslim mosques. Over 130 Muslim Sharia courts. What? Over 50 Muslim Sharia councils. What? Muslim-only no-go areas across the UK. It's like Australia. Muslim women, 78% don't work and are on free benefits and housing. Muslim men, 63% don't work and are on free benefits and housing. Muslim families, 6 to 8 children planning to go to school on free benefits housing, and now all UK schools are only serving halal meat. Holy shit. Just when I think Australia's bad. Okay, and that's it. 1 hour and 9 minutes. Pretty good. Okay, guys, let's get back to... See how far back I can get. Okay, I can only get back to where Deb said I do love the Amish too. Alex said, wouldn't be surprised if he had the clap. That's why I went, yeah, that's why I laughed at the clap. Okay, Deb J said, rats, the lot of them. Alex said, that's an STD in UK terms. Yes, Australia as well. George said, hi, Heaven, everyone. How you going, George? Flyby Stu said, Alex, I was debating an old pal. He was bragging about how he stopped but vapes. I told him he's not stopped, just swaps for something cheaper. Oh, how he stopped smoking, but he vapes. Okay, yep, I gotcha. Did I say hello, Zal? Did I say hello, Dealey? And George? Hello. Alex said, I reckon they're all full of disease, Dealey. Yeah, I reckon. And how you going, Del? You're in there somewhere. MJ said, me too, out to lunch, it's all right. Flyby Stu said, hey, give us a bell when I'm not in, lol. Zal said, we're in the Empire Strikes Back movie presently. Okay, I'll take your word for it as I haven't seen it. Dealey said, yep, been praying this unnatural storm just fizzles out. Out to lunch said they hate President Trump so much I think the left in Congress would kill him on camera. If they could get away with it, they would. I'm pretty sure of that one. J1 said, Dealey, I'll join you. MJ said, where are the Ewoks? I want their Treehouse City. I'm sick of this shit. I just want to go to the country. I just want to pack all my stuff and just drive my car into the country and pitch a tent. I can't see out of my glasses. No wonder I keep thinking I'm getting more blind. It's my glasses fogging up. You get that? Okay, hang on. Okay, that's a bit better. Deb said, yeah, it must be getting hot. My mum doesn't like Trump and was telling me how bad he is. Oh, God, love him, eh? Dealey said, thanks, J1. George said, the UK needs protecting from Islamists. Alex said, Hunter should be in prison now for filming him and his 14-year-old niece alone. Bunch of wrong'uns. Yeah, exactly. J1 said, prayer is Christian Wi-Fi. It sure is, actually. Del said, out to lunch, no worries, I'll get you. The eyes fade like aspirations. All good, man. Sal said, he'll be rounded up when the death penalty comes back in, Alex. Alex is laughing at Austin Powers, and Sal said, oh, behave. MJ said, not Shaggy. Alex said, yeah, baby. Did I say? I said hello, George. Didn't I? I don't know. I've got a memory like a sieve, man. Funny how I know all words to a lot of songs, but I've got a memory like a sieve. Deb says, sounds funny 2 times speed. That is what you hear, Alex. Alex said, chipmunk speed, Deb. Zal said, chocky gold coins for Musk. Timmy, how you going? Happy Friday, Saturday. Are we right for a call-in on my Monday, your Sunday? Guys, are we right for the call-in again? It is Saturday, isn't it? Yeah. Far out. I don't even know what freaking day it is anymore. I need to move to the country, mate. I need to get out in the grass. I need to hug some trees and lay on the grass and just go, yeah, I love this. Look out my window and see land, not houses everywhere. I'm dreaming, don't mind me. Got off into my own little world here. Everyone's saying hello, Timmy. Flyby Stu said all the same. These globalist trannies, Macron married to a bloke, they reckon Starmer is gay. They all freaking wrong'uns. Yeah, exactly. George says Starmer can sod off to Davos. Yeah. I reckon the UK people should help him. But then again, I reckon the Aussie people should help out Albo, I don't know, go to China, drop him off there. One-way ticket, I don't know. George said Starmer is a communist scumbag. Deb said 9:05 a.m. Adelaide, South Australia, just a bit sunny. Oh, yeah, 41 degrees Celsius. It's going to be 30 here today. That's hot enough for me. I don't have air conditioning, so that's hot enough for me. Sal said, what's more concerning are the people agreeing with Starmer in the audience. It's probably paid audience. Bunch of seals sitting there. Seriously. Flyby Stu said, I've heard he's Fabian Society freak. Probably. George said, yeah, I know, Zal. Nisi, how you going, Nisi? Good to see ya. Alex says, Starmer's dad is a tool maker, you know? Yeah, Kerbang, the one. Worst tool he made. Yes, yes. I get that. J1 said, unintelligent 51. Yeah, the Unintelligence Bureau. Zal said, or was Starmer that gimp tied to the basin in bondage gear for everyone's use at the gay dance parties? Could be. I don't know. D-Lee said, AOC's face looked plumper. Ooh, really? Deb said, and yet they talk to a little boy wearing khaki, green or brown. George says, Starmer takes it up the back door from Lord Ali. Flyby Stu said, I wouldn't pull out by him, Zell. Oh, God love you.
Timar28 tipped $20. I'll be available for a call in Sunday/Monday. What shall we talk about?
I've got no idea. Anyone got any suggestions in the comments? What can we talk about? We could talk about Marina Abramovic and all them, if you want. Because it's on Rumble, so we can talk about all that shit. And thank you, Tim, you legend. And thank you for being available to be called in on Sunday, Monday. What do you think about that? Marina Abramovic and all that? What do you think? I know we did the Podestas last week. Any other, and chemtrails as well, we did we? Okay, someone, any suggestions in the comments, okay? It would be great. Okay, where am I up to? Alex said her bags are halfway down her face and she's only 35. Quartet, yeah. That's because she's worried. She's probably not sleeping very well right now. Zal said they're all reading scripts at this stage. Yes, I know. I'm just like, what do you call it? Narrating the movie nearly. Okay, that's how I feel. I'm just narrating this movie for everyone to see, so everyone sees, and that way more people wake up. Hopefully, that's what I'm hoping for. I'm still cleaning my glasses. Because they don't clean very well. There's a layer of anti-glare or something on them. I don't know. It doesn't do the glasses very good, I'm telling you. Alex said maybe all the evil deeds are showing. Deb said you can't say that. George said Lucky's snoring away in his bed. Aww. Deb said maybe it's Hev's dark side today. Yes. Dark MAGA Hev. Alex said, these people always end up outing themselves. Deb J said it's the same bill that the Dems passed when Joe was in. Was it? And then all of a sudden they didn't want to... that's interesting. We'll find out, I suppose. Shannon said, Chucky, you will reap the whirlwind. D. Lee said they call it civil war. I call it revolution. Shannon says, Chucky, we have 6 ways from Sunday to get back at you. I remember that. I remember him saying that. Alex said, yeah, they're about to find out that they batted for the wrong side, Shannon. Deb J said, Capture's been swatted 4 times now. Really? Oh, Cat Turd? Really? Wow. Flyby Stu said, look, it's COD features. Shannon said, Maxine Waters stole James Brown's hairpiece. Deb J said, stupid spell check. Hey, Paranormal Oz, how you going? Did I say hello, Deb J? I'll just keep saying hello to you guys till, you get sick of me saying hello. Out to lunch said, wish we could edit instead of delete it. Yeah. Deb said, yes, they will want war. That's the only thing they've got left, is it? Civil war and world war. J1 said, shutdown gives Trump all the power, lol. Ah, there you go. Deb J said, all they do is piss and moan. Yes. Alex said, it's all coming out in the wash. J1 said they're screwed either way. I think they are. Deb said, I love the fear in their voice. They do it in their own favour. MJ said, oh, fuck's sake. I know MJ. I say that all the time. Oh, for fuck's sake, seriously? George said, the judges in the UK are bloody useless. Deb said, all religions is a money. Yeah. You can believe in Christ. You can be a Christian. You don't have to, I don't know. That's why I don't go to church either. I don't know who's like honest and not, you know. Alex said, John 8:4, you are of your father the devil and you wish to do your father's desires. There you go. Deb said they get out to do it again. Deb J said he have rosy poop now. Rosary poop. Deb R said, yes, with you have baggies broke inside. Zal said, nut jobs on planes. Deb said, trippin'. Out to lunch said, Howie cut hair. Deb said, need mental health check before flying. Zal said, good, the Irish don't want them anyway. Out to lunch said, the guy on the plane may have got the jab and pressure may affect the brain or drugs. Yeah, I think there's something more going on there than what we are hearing. Shannon said, targeted individuals, 5G test, maybe, could be, you never know. Could be any one of these, you know. George said, I've never been on a plane. Oh, I have. I did not like it. D. Lee said, sounds like Deb, I've never flown. Alex said, yes, they're all cut from the same cloth and protect each other. We don't really have a justice system. Look at what happened in the summer, George. Paranormal Oz said, planes are stressful enough without that shit. Exactly. You don't need that crap happening. MJ said, voice to skull or something. I don't believe the crap they say anymore. No, I don't either. I don't believe when they tell us what it is. Oh, it was demon possession. Could have been a number of things. I'll wait till someone's blood tested or I don't know. Shannon said, so you're saying you live on an incline, George. J1 said chokehold would have been best option. Deb R said, I too have been in a plane. George said, two-tier justice, Alex. Alex said, rapist murderers released while the people who wrote hurty words went to prison. Some for 2 years. Mm-hmm. Paranormal Oz said, yep, or sleeper hold. Alex said, yep, it's backwards world, George. Out to lunch said, Shannon, you know there is a voice to skull tech. Only the person targeted will hear it. I've seen it used in a library. Yes, I've seen it used too. Flyby said, you don't know what you're missing, especially when you're the pilot. Zal said, some lefties I know were all up in arms about Trump wanting Greenland just because. Yeah. J1 said, out to lunch, it's called the BBC. Deb R said, not been in a plane. Zal said, have you seen some of that targeted individual stuff around the net, Shannon? MJ said they can hopscotch every other person on the plane, half and half to destroy each other. Their capabilities are sick, make innocent people look cuckoo. I don't doubt they could, MJ. Out to lunch said Alex, they are pushing plane crashes part of stopping folks from flying, 15-minute city stuff. George said the BBC are a joke. Zal said it's all about the hidden tech under the ice sheet in Greenland. Ooh. So there's hidden tech there in Antarctica or I don't know. Out to lunch said scaring, not starting. Oh, MJ said wicked, smart shittish. Sorry, MJ. That's how it seemed to come out. George, whoever pays for a TV license needs their head checking out. Deb said, look at Truman Show. Alex said, it wouldn't surprise me. They all want us in their 15-minute prisons out to lunch. Daly said, it's a push for AI. Paranormal Oz said, do you think this guy was a targeted individual and they used voice to skull in him? Who is he to require that? I thought he was just a random guy. I don't know. You never know with them people. I mean, the ones who use the tech. You know, you never know who they're going to target. There could be someone innocent, someone just random. I don't know. Out to lunch said 10-4, good buddy. Flyby said no telly here. Paranormal Oz said why do that on a plane and scare everyone else? Alex said maybe they'll end up finding NASA on Mars, Greenland. Sal said it's Dome and WeatherTech under the ice. Deb said it's time to give our Hev a thumbs up. Yeah, hit the thumbs up if you can. Help me out. Thank you, guys. George said, was that a flat earth map? Shannon said, Russia are our friends. It's the deep state setting up shit and trying to make Russia the boogeyman. Yeah, well, I'm hearing it's the same with Israel. I'm just hearing it. I'm just letting you know what I'm hearing. Okay? Scapegoats, you know, like China, Russia. I don't know. We'll find out. MJ said, want to hear weird coinkydink? Tell you anyway. Utilities company called National Grid contracts with UPA company. Put smart meters in all from S. Sal said it's all Aboriginal claims these days. Have I know. Bathurst, Mount Panorama. They've claimed that. Out to lunch said Oz could be just drugs or alcohol and maybe mental problems. I feel him though. Deb said, thank you for lurking after giving a thumbs up. You can go back to lurking. Just hit the thumbs up for me. Thank you. Zal said, 100% Shannon, just like Orange Man bad. Yeah. MJ said, South Carolina. Oh, okay, like Myrtle Beach CEO is replaced with a new one from Utah. Go figure, top 10 investments. Oh, no. Alex said, not sure if it was, but it looked like it, George. Alex said, what a nasty thing to say regardless of what she thinks of Musk. Yeah, I know. I don't wish anyone death, mate, even my enemies. Oh, hang on. I believe people should get the death penalty if they are guilty of heinous crimes against humanity, children, animals, the elderly, humans. Yeah, there you go. Okay, Flyby said flat earthers are here, lol. Sal said all governments are the remnant cabal loyalists. MJ said Musk, Tesla, Microsoft just saying it's not a church but a corporate company. Sal said, sorry, Stu's a little more to it than a floating pizza in space. Zal said phonetic spellers have. Yeah, J1, aluminium. Deb said helicopter is out looking for and keeping eyes out for fire. Oh, really? Alex said, I think they spelt it wrong. Aluminum. Aluminium. Now I'm saying it the American way. Aluminum. Aluminium. Flyby Stew said, when you know Zal, you just know. The outer space to my house is my garden. J1 said, Deb looking to start a fire? Probably more like it. Deb said, oh, now, I'm in stereo. Oh, wow. Zal said, yeah, I live in a bubble too, Stu. Deb J said, saving Israel for last. Exactly. Israel last. Just hang in there. MJ said, you can't fix stupid, though. Deb said, we all say it different anyway. Yeah, doesn't matter how you say it. Same thing. We know it's the same thing. I know when someone says aluminum, they mean aluminium. Yeah. J1 said it's called TikTok disease. MJ said, you'll know when they're putting wicked smart meters in because street lights will be shut off. Like 1 out of 5 is on at night. I don't know why, but yeah, really. Deb said, bad behaviour, yet New Australia can ruin our country. Yep. Alex said, when I worked in procurement for a maintenance company, it took me ages to realise that one of our American engineers was asking for an aluminium sheet. George said, a lot of idiots on TikTok. Deb said, I don't do TikTok. Neither do I. Out to lunch said, Donna and I were being gang stalked today. We were seeing a bunch of cars, white and same make and model. Really? Flyby said, Alex, Ali for short. Oh, dear. J1 says, Starlink has made the NBN obsolete. Yeah, the only problem is I can't get proper reception here because there's too many trees and a side of a mountain in the way. Deb said, hope you're both okay out to lunch. Yeah, stay safe out there. And we are super good, thank you for caring. Alex said, yeah, good old checker plate, Ali, Flyby Stew. Flyby Stew said, just had it broadband fitted, 15 quid a month bargain. Oh, really? Ours is $100 a month for internet. $100 per month. And if I get Starlink, it's $139 per month. So what do you do? Out to lunch, I said, I say it was just a bunch of same taste folks. White is the cheapest colour and cooler in summer. Deb said, I feel that it will be a fast out for Albo at the next election. Dealey said, prayers of protection over you, Donna, out to lunch. Alex said, oh no, I really hope you and Donna are okay. Did you take any of their numbers and license plate? J1 said, heritage. George said, what broadband do you have, Fly? Deb said, yes, I too pray for protection for our Fred and Donna. Dealey said, is a blob a shape? Could be. Out to lunch, it looked like an M. Flyby Stew said, wrong shape. Fuck's sake, lol. MJ said, Wally movie was spot on, though. Dell said, in UK, Starmer... I just seen a hair flying around. Cat hair. In UK, Starmer, lone wolf Islamic attacks, not terrorism. What the fuck? In Irish accent. George said, wow, she looks nasty. Deb said, did you say something about smokes yesterday? Yes, I did. I was talking about cigarettes and the tax, I think, in them. Out to lunch said, why, Doughboy? Yeah, it could be, it could be the Doughboy. Dee Lee said she looked uncomfortable. Yeah, that can't be good for, look, it's not good for you. Not only that, I know what it feels like with a little bit of extra weight on me, right? Because I've been thin most of my adult years. And then all of a sudden I've gained a little bit of weight and I can feel it. It's only a little bit and I can feel it. I can't imagine being that. Like, you can't, how do you dress yourself? I don't know. How do you tie your shoes? How do you wipe your backside? I don't even want to think about that one. Oh, my God. Why did I bring it up? Deb said, tire man. MJ said she's an addict. They poison and put stuff in our food. It's sad. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Deb, how can she move? But that's why you see now really big people on those little scooter things. Because it's too much weight. And they've got to get it. Look, you just got to start walking at first, right? If you're that big, try walking around your house a couple of times, you know? I don't know. You've got to just keep moving. Flyby Stew said, Biggin from Wigan. Deb said, we are much thinner now, Hev. Wow, I feel really thin compared to that. Out to lunch said it wasn't gang stalking, but I've seen folks filming and showing cars and folks, but I think they're just mental or faking. MJ said she probably grew up with a mum feeding her McDonald's, Burger King and nuggets and fries at home. Yellow food disease. Could be too. Just not taught. Flyby Stew said that's definitely rolling flour to see where the wet bit is. George said a heart attack waiting to happen. Out to lunch said Flyby knows some shit. Out to lunch said we say spot on. Oh, it jumped, hang on. Where was I up to? Oh, here we are. We say wet spot, but spot on. George said the UK has been invaded. Alex said, I've left my door unlocked by accident a few times. Thankfully, nothing happened. I quadruple check now that I've locked everything. Yeah, I would too. I'm like in a really low crime area. I still lock my doors. Deb said nobody told her no. Yep. George said the enemy are within. Alex said, I dread to say I think UK is going to be full-on Muslim in a few years, if not sooner. Out to lunch said infiltration, not invasion. Deb said Adelaide now are looking India. Oh, really? Deliberate invasion. George said a lot of people in the UK will not accept the UK becoming Islamic. Well, you've got to stand up while there's still enough of you. I don't know. I don't know how to get out of this shit. Like, seriously? Flyby Stew said I was hearing that these illegals are soiling the streets. Crazy. Out to lunch said a poisoned handshake. George said there's a civil war coming to the UK. Out to lunch said even a heart attack gun. Alex said, I don't know if they will realise they seem too distracted and brainwashed by the idiot box, George. Alex said, that's disgusting, flyby, and poor third world people, and we get third world problems. MJ said on Hulu there was a show called Deli Boys. So bad, so freaking bad and blatantly racist. Really? Deb said, sorry, I would need a caravan. No more tents for me, only glamping for me. I can glamp in my tent. D. Lee said, I can't keep track of what day it is either. Deb said, yes, today is Saturday in Adelaide, South Australia. I'd check that for a minute. By the way, I won't be around tomorrow. I will be back on Monday with the call-in because I am babysitting. My little granddaughter's coming up to visit. Not babysit, visiting. MJ said, those blow-up tents look really nice. I would try. They look comfy and roomy. Dealey said, Deb, glamping, sign me up. Alex said, oh, no, I didn't even see Timmy. You snuck in probably while I was getting some bolognese. Well, you know what I made yesterday? I had a bag of prawns. I think it was like, I don't know, a kilo. I ended up making crumbed prawn cutlets for dinner. And I had about 50 of them. I didn't eat all, like I haven't eaten 50 of them. I made about 50 of them. And I've been feeding them to the chickens and myself very quickly to use them up because they were on their way out of date. And I didn't realise. So I had to cook them all up very quickly. So my chickens are being fed very well today. Prawns, they're loving it. That's shrimp for you in the US. Shrimp, you know. But they're not shrimp. They're bigger. They're not little shrimps. Like, they're not little tiny shrimps. These things are like this big, okay? Out to lunch said maybe a tent in a van, but not outside unless you are in one camouflage, but you can see through. Shotgun a must, though. Deb said always put South Australia after Adelaide because there's an Adelaide in South Africa. There you go. Alex said awesome. Flyby said that's the thing, Hev. What day is it where you are? It's Friday next here. Out to lunch said weird things you've seen or know to be true, maybe. Alex said, yeah, that would be good to have a conspiracy type chat with Pizzagate, Hev, or more about Eliza Lamb or something like that. Tim Air said, I don't know enough about them to talk about them, lol. What do you know about Tim Air? What can we talk about? Leave it with me and I'll do some thinking. And I mean, we can just even talk about the news that I'm reading or, you know, things like that. MJ said all the connections and interconnections, yep. Good night, Flyby. Alex said we can do some research, Timmy. Deb said 5:18 p.m. in Colorado. MJ said 7:19 p.m. Massachusetts. Lovely. Zal said, damn, I'm in a meeting. I'm suffering. Saturday have withdrawals. Oh, no. Go back to your meeting. You can catch me later. Deb said, thank you, Timmy. Amazing. Timmy said, correct, Deb, lol. Alex said, take care. God bless and see you soon, Flyby. Deb said, Timmy. D-Lee said, later days, Flyby. Flyby said, what happened to that Elephantis guy, Alex? Flyby said, just correct spell check. Deb said, I have to make up on my glasses. It drives me nuts. Oh, you have makeup on. Gets on your glasses, it drives you nuts. Yep. Alex said, I was thinking about that when Hev was talking about it the other day. He just seemed to disappear, maybe on Epstein's Island or another sicko island somewhere. Flyby Stu, or maybe he's no longer with us. Deb said, yes, my beautiful twin Deb J. MJ said, I hope gone forever. That's what I'm... Flyby said, I heard he's a Rothschild, Alex. Out to lunch said, I've had a psychotic episode. Alex said, oh, really? They're all such a bunch of wrong'uns, Flyby Stew. MJ said, if you live through 2020, I think we all have. That's why 30,000 people ran out of a Dallas, Texas cheerleading stampede. Everyone is PTSD traumatized. That doesn't surprise me. Alex said, maybe there really is a portal to the inner hollow world in Greenland. You never know. Deb said, boys club, protect each other. Out to lunch said, love the sin and not the sin. Deb said, we need to read Barron's Adventure. It's a great read. I read it a long time ago. I'll have to look it up again. Del said, armed or unarmed, they are the enemy. Paddy Main, UK has fallen. Deb said, our talent Hev talking in a funny voice. Flyby said, I used to follow a guy that was posting off his posts off Instagram. James Elephantis sent the guy pics of his family with threats. He deleted it all, crapped himself, Alex. Deb said, that's the point, fear porn. MJ said he had cover then, not anymore. Out to lunch said, has anyone seen the flashing streetlights and stuff? Oh, no. Alex said, yeah, I bet he did. The internet can be a really scary place sometimes. I hope they were okay, Flyby. Out to lunch said, or drones. Or not or. Out of sight and dynamite. Hey, Gallon, lurking. Here to give a like. Been working on a plot to make a serious change in my life. I'm still here lurking around, though. Good to see you, out of sight and dynamite. Out to lunch said 60 for internet, $2.56 a gallon. Flyby said he's not on YouTube. Alex said, yes, I ended up subbing to Mr. B33 and he showed it on there. Loads more places have started flashing lights too. Out to lunch. Deb said, yes, heinous crime, death penalty. MJ said, hi, all the lurkers. How you going? Nice to see you. Or not. Alex said, hey, out of sight and dynamite, sending love and prayers to you. No, some people could be doing cooking. If you're me, driving, I'm like, I want to comment, but I'm freaking driving, man. Shit. So, yeah, I get that a lot. Or I've got my, flour, egg, and breadcrumbs all over my fingers, and I'm listening to someone, and I go, can't comment, mate. You know? Because all my fingertips are covered in breadcrumbs and flour and egg. Okay. Alex said, yeah, I bet he did. The internet can be a really scary place sometimes. I hope they were okay, Flyby Stew. Out to lunch. Yeah, I did read that one. What am I up to? Okay. Alex said, hey, out of sight and dynamite, sending love and prayers to you. Deb said, I seem to have picked up some American talk, just can't think where I picked it up from. Wouldn't happen to be Timmy. Or all the YouTube videos we listen to, a lot of them are American. Studio said, lurking too, back to lurking again. Okay, have a good one, Studio. Good to see ya. Deb said, I laughed when someone said, look, stars are falling. It was Starlink. Yep. Alex said, a Fatmobile. Deb said, I love saying Donna. My little sister's name was Donna. It's not that common a name. It makes me feel good seeing your beautiful Donna. Where am I up to? Okay. Flyby said, as with being on dating sites back in the day, here's another. Teeth like dustbins. One at every yard. Oh, no. Alex said, oh, that'll be lovely to have your granddaughter have. Yes, it will be. I've got a surprise for her. She likes me to make her a cubby house every time she's here, you know, in the lounge room. So she wants chairs with a blanket over it so she can crawl underneath, you know. Well, I bought her a little pop-up cubby house, so it's only little, so she can sit in there and watch TV from inside her little cubby house. Out to lunch, I'm finishing off some undocumented weed. It's better than store-bought. Yeah, I know. MJ said, fancy chickens. They get cocktail sauce. Alex said, banquet for you and your chooks. Yes. Unexpected one. Deb said, that lady is not doing anything. She's a pig, really. So sorry to say, someone needs to say no, like doctor would say to her, my 1,000-pound life. Deb said they call her a feeder on some websites. Yeah, some people are really disgusting and pay people like that to keep eating. Yeah. I don't know. I think there's some kind of fetish there going on. It's the same way that Eugenia Cooney, people pay her, you know, and because she's skinny as and looks like she's on the brink of death. She's that skinny. Okay, where am I? Flyby said, way, fart, and give us a clue. MJ said, I don't judge. Some hide their addictions better than others. Yeah, I know. I just had never seen, I don't think I've seen anyone that big. And that's sad. Like, it's sad that she is that big, you know? MJ said the ones who hurt anyone's are the pigs. Yep. Alex said, I've seen adverts for things like that where they need to crane to get them out of there. Yeah, I've heard about things like that. They've had to demolish walls to get people out of their houses. Like, Western society, we're a sick society, man. We really, really need to, we need to get healthy. I need to get out to the country. Deb said, granddaughter, talk your head off. Yes, I will be, like, with most things, when I'm not on a stream, I barely talk, okay? So I have people ringing me, and I'm the one just going, yep. Oh, really? Ah. Yep. Same with my granddaughter. Really? Is that right? The only thing I really talk to her about, really, is to ask her whether she wants something to eat or she wants to have a little conversation, you know, her own little conversation. But we talk, you know. But, yeah, most of it's her talking my ear off, so I'll just listen. I may not understand everything she says, but I listen. Oh, dear. Alex said, I was going to listen to that Adventures of Baron Trump audio book. Sounds really interesting. MJ said, there's a guy on YouTube who lost 700 pounds on carnivore. It can be done, no surgery. Yeah, exactly. They just, like, they need to start something. They need help, these people, mate. Out to lunch said, where I live, I can leave the door open, but they know that there is a gun next to me. There you go. Deb said, Timmy likes structure. Deb said, it's more fun live, Hev. Alex said that this is the only chat I usually comment on. I used to chat on others, but sometimes it's not nice just to listen. It is, isn't it? I like doing that sometimes too. Deb said, true crimes talk about. Nise said, yes, I'm lurking, dozing in and out, seizure day. Oh, prayers for Nisi. God love you. Deb said, my friend, get it straight away, South Park, when I talk about our Timmy. Yeah. MJ said, Cubby House, a.k.a. fort. Yeah, a fort. That's what they call it. Good times, exactly. So I'm going to put a little pillow in there, little blankie on the floor, give her some little snackies and let her just, you know, anything else she wants. Not everything. There's certain things I do say no. No. But anyway, there you go. Where was I up to? Oh, yeah, Alex said that sounds awesome. I used to love building dens when I was little. Such a great time. It is, isn't it? Deb said, hope you'll be okay, Nisi. Yeah, prayers for Nisi, seriously. And everyone else out there who's not well or having trouble, you know. Out to lunch said, if a friend leaves a real nice bass boat in your yard for years and one day they pass away and no one's come and got it, can I attach it to my property? I don't know. It's in your yard, isn't it? I don't know. Deb said, thank you for lurking. Thank you for thumbs up. Alex said, I know, sending love and prayers. Hope you feel better soon, Nisi. Deb said, yes, when busy, can only lurk. MJ said, you got a boat for fishing. Go. Conchega said, out to lunch, maritime law. That's abandoned for more than 7 days, can be salvaged. There you go. And Deb Richardson said, Timmy. And out to lunch said, the sun. No, it's here, and I could have sold it 10 times over, but son hasn't got it or spoke to me for years. Timmy said, yes, Deb. Well, Alex said, I think she's a similar age to my niece. How cute, Hev? Yeah, she's 4. She's 4, you know, little 4-year-old. God, that's flown. Holy crap. Nisi said, saw Doc today. She ordered bed rest through this crazy storm weekend. Storms trigger seizures since my brain aneurysms. Worse this year, they pass. Just have to rest till they do. Oh, God, love you, Nisi. Oh. Deb said, cool, Nana Hev. MJ said, out to lunch, go on a boat and fish. Yeah, Dealey's giving you prayers, Nisi. Deb said, hey, Tim and Nisi having seizures. Alex said, I might have to go and build a den now for the cats and me. Yeah, she'll probably want me to go in there with her. And, like, I don't know how small this thing is. I haven't opened it yet. I'm just hoping it's big enough that if she wants me in there that I fit without, like, you know. I'll climb in there with her. Then we'll go out and play with the hose because it's going to be hot today. So I've got a little hat for her and everything. So we'll go out and, you know, hose down some chicken stuff and, you know, let her play with the hose. She'll probably wet me too. Kachega Yowie, how you going? Okay, out to lunch. Said in winter, if electric is out, put tent up and sleep in it. It's easier to warm tent up than big house. I probably will be. Oh, winter's coming, yes, and wood is going up again. And oh dear God, I'm going to be freezing this winter. Deb said, love you all so much, Alex. Zal said, love to all, getting close to the end. Yes, we are. Out to lunch. Said, anyone want to buy it? And with right amount, I'd deliver it. MJ said, Zal, and what do you mean? Deb said, yes, I too need to be in the sun to build up my vitamin D. Alex said, bless you, just take it easy. Hopefully you'll feel better tomorrow, Nisi. Out to lunch. Said, I don't know if I can sell it, though. Zal said, Hev123 MJ, but a whole lot more too. Alex said, oh, yeah, my niece will be in 5th of June, such a lovely age. 5 in June, sorry. Such a lovely age, yes, it is. They're cute. Deb said, Nisi, we love you, sweetie. MJ said, just checking. Out to lunch. Said, go sit in a boat and pretend I'm fishing. Yeah, you could do that. Alex said, you could get your 10 out. That would be fun, Hev. Yeah, I could do that too. Sal says 36 degrees Celsius here yesterday. Looks like it's going to be another stinker today, Hev. Yep. I agree, Zal. I'm already hot. I'm starting to sweat. Alex said, love you too, Deb. Deb said, yes, a great Nana time, Hev. Yes, we will definitely cook pizza together as well, like, because she loves pizza, right, for dinner. So when she's here, I just start the pizza, you know, get the base going with my mixer and everything, and then we let it rise because it's warm enough that it's going to rise. And then we make pizza for dinner. Beautiful. Deb J said, Nisi, I'm out. I'm going to bed. Love you all. You too, Deb J. MJ said, put a tent in a boat and fish and double duty. Alex said, and yes, it has gone so fast. Alex said, take care, God bless, and see you soon, Deb J. Flyby Stew said, thanks for your time. Have appreciated. Thank you guys for your time too. I really appreciate that. And we're going to wrap it up for today. I will be back on my Monday or Sunday in the UK and US. And I will see you then. Hope you have a good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. Talk to you soon.